Senator Mackenzie has been a champion for the residents of Greater Brisbane in relation to this issue, and I really thank her for that as a Victorian Senator, and was, of course, a driving force behind the Senate's report in 2024 in relation to the issue of noise. Have you read that report?
Yes, I have, Senator. Yes.
Have you read any of the submissions that were made in relation to that report?
I can't recall them all off the top of my head, but I have spent quite a bit of time reading a lot of material.
So that was part of your process of becoming familiar with the issue?
Absolutely, yes.
Well, I commend you on that. If I can ask you in relation to the Noise Action Plan Package 3,
yes.
As I understand it, it will continue to route aircraft over residential communities instead of the Gateway Motorway corridor. And you might be aware that there was discussion about the benefits which would flow to residents in my area if the flight corridors were adjusted such that there was greater use of the Gateway Motorway corridor. In fact, a former Airservices Director of Operations stated during the 2022 post-implementation review community briefings, and you may not be aware of this because you weren't part of Airservices Australia then, but he stated the modern navigation now enabled a Gateway Motorway alignment which represented the best noise outcome for the most amount of people. That was a direct quote. So can you explain why that preferred, I'll call it the preferred overland departure option, wasn't included in Package 3?
Senator, I'm going to have to take that on notice in relation to the detail of it. I don't have that to hand as to exactly why that may not have been included. There were certainly quite a number of options that were included in Package 3. In fact, I think there were approximately 29, and we've got about 13 left which we are currently considering. And of the 29, 12 have been completed, 5 are ongoing, and they're applicable across all of the packages for Brisbane.
Okay. Well, I might have to ask you to take a number of points on notice here. We'll run through them. If you or anyone else who's here today can provide any additional insight as we go along, I would appreciate that. But do any of your colleagues have anything to add in that regard?
Not in relation to that particular flight path.
Okay.
So I'm aware of the Southern Overland departure flight path that you're referring to.
I'm watching your face to see if you move an eyebrow or something that suggests to me you have something to add.
Thanks.
So be guarded with respect to your facial expressions. The former Director of Operations stated that the Gateway Motorway alignment was assessed as providing, I quote again, the best noise outcome for the most amount of people. When was this assessment undertaken, and why was it not disclosed during the Package 3 public consultation?
I'll have to take it on notice, Senator.
Okay. Airservices Australia's flight path design principles require consideration of noise-sensitive land uses, including schools, childcare centres, residential areas and places of worship. What is the justification for routing the, and I'm not sure how to pronounce this acronym, so I'll just spell it out, SANEGSID over noise-sensitive land uses, including Tingalpa State School, which is a local school in our area, Gumdale State School, when a Gateway Motorway aligned alternative is available. Now, the point there is we've got planes going over those schools when the residents thought what they refer to as the Gateway Motorway alignment was being considered and would have provided an option for those schools to be saved the cost of those flights going overhead, causing the disruption they're causing. In Airservices Annual Report 2024-25, Minister King's Statement of Expectations 6, Stakeholder Engagement states, and I quote, I expect Airservices to undertake effective and productive engagement with the community and industry based on mutual understanding and respect. And I know, Ms O'Day, I'm comforted by the expression of your comments, so I do hope that occurs. What consultation has Airservices undertaken the past 2 years with communities affected by that SANE-G-SID regarding the introduction of performance-based navigation which materially changed aircraft noise impacts for this flight path?
So, Senator, I can't speak specifically to the SANEG waypoint. That's a standard instrument departure, and it's a waypoint over that departure path. But I can talk about exactly what kind of engagement we've undertaken, which would naturally have included discussion of the Gateway Motorway alignment. So in terms of Package 3 engagement, we've met with over 350 different members of the community at 318 face-to-face sessions and 36 online sessions. We've put together a webinar which has had over 1,600 different views. We received 1,751 submissions and 2 petitions which we've reviewed. We have hosted engagement sessions in 11 suburbs, 70,000 project web page visits, 35,000 document downloads, and we produced 5 videos, some of which have been viewed many thousands of times each. So we have conducted a very extensive engagement in relation to all of the options on the table for Package 3, which I'm confident would have included the one that you're referring to.
So given that level of engagement, the concern in the community is no doubt that statements were made in 2022 post-implementation review about the merits of the Gateway Motorway alignment.
Yes.
And yet that does not seem to be reflected in Package 3.
Again, Senator, I'll have to take that on notice specifically.
Okay, all right. So if you could do that.
Thank you.
I've got... Senator McKenzie, do you want to take further questions on this, or do you want me to continue?
Are you still going through?
We're up